Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 19 of Elsewhither, Tales of the Unchained. Fucking hell, I nearly called it something completely different there. Gallania is long dead. Unfortunately, Jay is not only jousting in Jordan, but has unfortunately suffered a near fatal wound. In all truthfulness, Jay has found the committing to this campaign has been a little too much. Originally, when she joined, her work schedule was meant to change, and it never did, putting undue pressure on her. She'll be replaced by a mystical and magical being next week, playing a new character. But for this week in particular, we thought it important to, first of all, utilize her combat powers in the fight coming up, because it made no sense for our new person to teleport in. And post that, give her a little bit of a au revoir. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing Jay again in this campaign. At some point, she may join us at a time at which is more manageable for her. In some other campaign down the line, she has not left the Duck Pond community, but she will return at some point. Nevertheless, last week, you guys went... We start last week.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, I know where we started. Pick me. Yes, we started approaching Toothy's sister. Well, technically, we started off in some sloshy water. And the first thing you came upon was a peasant repellent. A little warding of ill omen that made normal people feel that they shouldn't explore any further. You then came across a second strange glyph, which was designed to keep things in beyond a certain point. What was it designed to keep in?
Undead.
Mm-hmm. That is true. We then passed through... Can you guys see anything on this map? Like, can you see where you used to be? Like, if I draw an arrow over here, can you see?
Yeah,
yep.
I mean,
great.
Zoom out.
Okay. You then entered into an area that looked like a sort of fairly dysfunctional living area, where you met wraiths with storms. Sister, what was her explanation for being there?
She's naive as fuck.
Yeah, basically, she was asked to protect the mayor from an imminent attack by another Tabaxi.
Yeah,
mysterious.
Sure. And she did name him Bodlin.
Bodlin.
Yeah, it is important to know. You guys quickly disillusioned her of the importance of that task, and that the town was no town without its people, and all of those nice things. To which the mayor was like, yeah, you could have saved a few kids instead. But she had been keeping the mayor against his will. What reason beyond Bodlin's persuasiveness did she give for her actions? Kind of a weird question, weird phrasing of the question. She had been mentally befuddled. She felt he was way more persuasive than he should have been.
He was...
Yeah, so we think he was... Exactly, he was doing that. And I find when anybody does this when they talk to me, I just have to listen. Oh, okay, I will go get you McDonald's. Josh does it all the time. Yeah. He doesn't, he just leaves and says, I've gone to McDonald's, do you want anything? And one thing you did find was there were stairs up to a well-covered trap door. What was the problem with the top of the trap door?
Paved over.
So we thought it was fake.
It was
and it turns out they just never touched the brick wall because it just moved.
It required a stonemason to let you know that it was a veneer and it could be smashed through.
Yeah, just a thin veneer.
You didn't push it, you smashed through it. Yes, far less delicate, let's be real. And when you smashed through it, you returned to the mayor to the tavern. You had already been promised some excellent shoes, and the mayor granted you something else as reward. What was it?
Free food and drink and shelter for all of time.
Yeah, citizenship of the town and free food and drink. Not just for your efforts saving him, mostly for your efforts saving the town. And then you were pointed towards a scary black door. What was scary about the door?
It had blood.
Nope.
There was a glyph on it.
Big scary glyphs. Yes, big scary glyphs. And a little, they were upside down Star of David-y. And one thing you did know is that cultists had been seen going to this place and making blood sacrifices at the door, which led you to believe that evil cultists were under the town. Ah, cultists!
That's right.
Was the famous line. Merrick gave you a reward for your clearing of the town and his best wishes. Perhaps a little bit because of the way you smelt. What did Merrick give you?
Soap.
Kind of.
Oh, they were cleansing stones or something.
Cleansing stone,
Like
yes. Just the one.
cleansing,
I specifically gave it to Pietro, but you can pass it around.
yeah.
And yeah, you came back down, you entered into the halls of the cultists, and you discovered a statue. What was the nature of the statue?
Was an angle.
It was an angle. It was
A black angle.
was a
The
black
mask.
angle,
The hood.
with a steel mask, exactly.
Yes, the mask and the hood, yeah.
You went upwards and you found some sort of tables, really. They were like operating tables or altars with lids
And there was a
over.
body that had been drained of all its blood.
There was also a body that had been taken apart, and there was a body where they'd denoted all the different things they had done to it over time. There was also one with its lid fixed on properly. What happened when you removed the lid?
It said hello.
It did. It sat up and it tried to eat you. And why was this? What was animating it?
Because the lid had been enchanted.
The very lid itself was animating these creatures as mindless zombies that could then be taken control of by a necromancer. You guys didn't have a necromancer, so you opt for chucking holy water over the zombie, which is pretty effective. At this point, you were rudely interrupted by a guy with a scythe. He tried to hit you, you killed him. And then you went down to his chamber, known as the Harrowing Chamber. Again, we have no idea where that piece of information came from. There was a very strange and ghoulish bowl in the center. What did people do with the bowl? What was special about the bowl?
It was full of body parts that had been like squished together.
Three bodies
Like a
that had
mortar
been
and
mortared and pestled, indeed. And what were on the outside of the bowl?
Oh, it's spigots.
Spigots! What a great word. Basically little taps where you could turn on the blood and turn it off again. In all four corners of the room was a bowl of blood, and there were 3 plinths. One of them held a holy book with the doctrination of the Black Angel cult. One of them held a necklace. What was interesting or unusual about the necklace?
It was cursed.
It was
Right.
cursed.
Yes,
Once a
yes.
periaptive wound closure, it now prevented you from regaining hit points via hit die, but did give you immunity to disease and poison. There was also a dagger on the south plinth. Oh, I did do making item things. It's a soul leech dagger. Feel free to add it if you haven't already. I think, did I post about this?
I don't remember.
I think Pietro took it to hold on to.
Okay, well, it didn't exist
Selling
back
it.
then, but it does exist now. I got around to making things. So if you don't have your shoes, you can add your shoes.
Oh, I got my shoes.
And oh yeah, I did do this. So I made shoes and I made the soul
dagger.
leech dagger slumbering.
Slumbering, yes.
Yes. So you may add those to your inventory. I'm never going to say that like that ever again. That was a weird thing to do. After this, you had heard some voices to the west. So west you headed. And you burst into a room. And in that room were some cultists. Ah! And at the end of this room was a sort of death cleric dude. And that's scary. And at the very end of last session, I let you guys move upwards into the fight. And oh dear. Nothing. Okay, cool.
I mean, those
And
I
now
wanted to.
I will ask you to roll initiative.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Oh, new font.
Shall I roll Rheawynne, or are you gonna roll?
Not initiative, but everything else.
Okay.
Alright, I've got this. Cool. I think we're probably... Do Pietro and Toothy want to swap, or are we quite happy? with
Yeah.
the order?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
Hey,
probably
you wanna swap?
a good idea. Yeah.
Sounds good.
50 not bad.
Okay. Toothy and Vel'zekiss, I got Toothy going first, if that's okay. But Vel'zekiss, did
That's
you
fine.
want to throw in anything that you would rather he's already in the way of anything that you might throw right?
Yeah. He can go. He can go.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I just want to remind you of what you face in battle before we crack on. you will see before you a dark-looking priest. In one hand, this priest wields a strange ritual knife, and in the other hand, a whip that seems to extend from within his arm. It looks like a sort of mixture of muscles and vines, and it seems to actually protrude from inside his wrist. Standing next to you is a scythe-wielding cultist whose scythe glows with a strange inner magic. It looks like it's almost on fire. And then you have two sort of tattooed men who, you'll note their faces have been sort of painted white, then tattooed in the same patterns to make them look like the same person, even though they are not. These also wield scythes, though perhaps less magical in nature. There is a glowing ring at the center of the room, though its purpose you do not know. You do know that its glow sort of changed to a green color when you first came in. On that note, Toothy, what are you doing?
Do I go after the priest immediately?
You would provoke 3 opportunity attacks getting over there. 2.
I know. So I guess not. Alright, Boxxo, let's do this. Let's kill this cultist. Just gonna attack it with my...
This guy directly to your right, yeah?
Yeah, directly to my right with my short sword of defense.
Okay. Are you dual wielding or are you sword and shield at this point?
Sword and shield.
Okay, cool.
That is a 26 to hit.
Oh, a 26 hits.
Alright, I will smite on this as well. So this is the initial damage from the short sword. It is 6, I think that's piercing damage.
Yep.
And
It can
then...
be piercing or slashing, your choice, depending on the way you...
Okay, cool. And then a first level smite is going out. Oh, I think I'm a bit sick.
They do exude a poisonous aura.
That is 9 radiant damage.
Yeah, nice. Good damage.
And I think do I have to stay here to get Boxxo to have sneak attack, or can I pivot around?
You can be anywhere as long as you're within 5 feet of the enemy.
Within 5 feet. Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10. I'm gonna go here and lock down this follower.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
I think you have 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, I do have 2 attacks. God, level 5.
That's alright. You should probably use the second one. Do you want to attack the same creature again?
Yes,
Great,
with a
lovely.
nat 20.
Plus 2. Well, never mind. Yeah, just fucking murder him. Why not? Are you smiting on that?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, you gotta smite on.
Smite on a nat 20.
You gotta
James,
smite
can
on,
you
yeah.
bring up the turn order, please?
Oh, sorry. I have also not done any of the other things for battle. Good morning, Pyrus. We have a Pyrus in the viewing. This mysterious and magical mammal that may join us in the next week's session is here in the viewershippingness. Yes, turn orders on screen. I've actually taken us to the battle map on stream, and all of the other things have now been done.
Thank you.
So you did. It's time for lesson time with James. Do you want to roll your regular smite damage, and then I will do the adding, and then I will tell you all about Beyond 20.
Alright.
Like a salesman. Okay, fantastic. So that is 20 radiant damage and 13 piercing for a total of 33. And as your, how does your smite look, Jack?
I think the first smite, my sort of, I can't think of the name. My battle standard sort of glows and sort of the glow leaves the banner and goes into my weapon, but the second time the banner stays lit, and as the energy sort of goes down my sort of shoulders into my arm and into my weapon, the banner itself shines even brighter than usual, and it's almost like a pulse.
Nice.
Sick.
And you see this light sort of erupt from inside his chest. And once again, you see this sort of black, shadowy form of him rise out of his body and then head off through the ceiling. And you do hear once again, "I am yours." You can assume he is speaking to his somewhat demi-goddess thing. Bonus points for anybody who can give us the name.
Oh, shit. I wrote it down, I swear.
Rebecca.
It is Kiora. Kyoru. Kyoru?
Pietro.
Kyoru.
Yo,
Fantastic.
I can't read my
Bonus
own
points
writing.
coming
This is why I don't write
D4s.
things down.
Bonus points come in D4s, and Rebecca did not earn one, by the way.
Boo.
Fantastic. That creature is dead. The second creature turn, Toothy.
I'm gonna move a bit more.
Love that.
I'm gonna go here for 25. Does anything happen if I step here?
No.
Alright, cool. And then I'm gonna go here for 30, and then I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay, legendary action. The priest is going to cause a flare-up of this green symbol. And I'm pretty sure 30 feet from the outside of the symbol will hit anyone. Yeah, it will. Cool. So every one of you, I need a constitution save. This is against disease.
I'm immune to disease.
Sigil of the Withering. That's what he's going to cast.
Oh,
That's
no.
cool. You can ignore
Oh.
it. Then.
Can I use my ghost inspiration to pass?
Do you know what? For everybody else, I'm going to say to you, you must use it before you see the result of the roll. But just so he stops asking, click that inspiration off and succeed. I'm done with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody else, you must declare this inspiration before you roll.
Thank you.
Jack, you're immune to disease. Joe, you rolled a nat 20. So Pietro, just you, my friend. And Rheawynne, please. Rheawynne needs to
Rheawynne,
roll as well. Yes,
yeah,
constitution
sorry,
save.
hold on. Here we go.
Okay.
Miserable fail as well.
Love that. You will have a -2 to all saving throws and attack rolls.
Oh,
Isn't
jeez.
that
Oh, God.
nice? As you receive the disease of withering. And we move on to Vel'zekiss.
Well, I don't think I can stay where I can see stuff and still get out of that, so I won't worry about it.
I will say
but
that
will
to you
go.
guys, I said 30 feet, but what I should actually have said is it just pulses the whole room. So you don't,
Yeah.
let's just forget about trying to get out of it and accept.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Sort of concluded it wasn't worth it anyway, but I will move across to here just so I can see everybody a little bit better. As I do, I will. There's like a brazier or some nonsense there, but I'll just sort of, with one hand back, touching that and kind of the rocky wall. I will.
Oh, is it one of these
chant
small
some
braziers?
nonsense. I don't know.
Yes, it
Doesn't
is.
matter. It's flavor only.
Cool. Okay. I'm just double checking.
Yes, Garciarakak, and parts of it teleport away and become little slashy bits on the guy, follower B by Toothy, so that hopefully maybe we can get rid of him and he can't lock down Toothy. So Cloud of Daggers on him.
Okay.
Quickened.
I'll
Sorry,
pop
I meant
that
to
on
say.
the,
Yeah, I'm looking for the
there.
thing. Did that work? Oh, it did work.
Fantastic. Love that.
So he shall take. Wow, it's one of those things where the die will not stop jiggling. Mere 8 slashy damage.
When he does, you will see the priest lets out a reaction. And he reaches out his hand, and sort of as you see the blood shed from this follower, the priest sort of pulls it over, and you see the blood go round him and swirl around him. You can intimate that this has given him temporary hit points.
Well, temporary hit points don't stack, so let me hit the same guy again. So I quickened that and will now attack, and my hand follows the bits of stone and metal across the room and grabs onto this guy's. Oh, actually, sorry. The reason I did that first is because that I used Ties of Chaos last time, so that triggered Wild Magic on that first spell, which is going to be
27.
No, I summon air, earth, fire, or water elemental, determined by rolling a d4 for the next hour. It is friendly to you and your companions for the duration and obeys any verbal commands.
Roll me a d4.
Yes.
Tell me which one it is.
Yeah. I don't have any d4s out. Let me roll one on here.
Meant to be my metal.
One, air, is first on the list.
Okay, bear with.
It doesn't specify, so you could pick some lesser one if you want.
No. They are literally an earth elemental and air elemental. That is intentional. Are they large creatures or huge creatures? I can never remember.
They are large.
Okay. There should be one next to you.
Awesome.
Wicked.
Do with him what you please. He will go after your turn.
Well, as long as you're here, might as well do something I wasn't bothering with and attack that guy. Point to follower A.
Did you do
Go
some
over there.
damage with a cantrip first?
I'm attempting to now cast it.
Okay, cool.
Yes, my what you call it, chill touch. And now that I wild magicked, I will make it at advantage. For a 22 to hit,
Nope.
which does that same guy I hit before 16 necrotic damage.
Oh Jesus. Okay, goodbye, little friend.
Okay,
he is
good.
Dead.
That was the hope, so that Toothy can focus on who he really wants to go after.
Yep, and the air elemental is
Thank
going.
you.
Now I guess, and after follower A.
Okay.
And I can get some stuff up for him if you like. I don't have it here. Despite spending one Sunday being an air elemental almost the entire time, I'm not
You
prepared
did?
to suddenly be an air elemental.
I find extras is the easiest way to get a stat block.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, I mean, you can swoosh over there, obviously, easily as an air person, go through the cracks and go to the opposite side. Over to here is where I would send them. They're very, very fast. Oh, I think I made a second one by trying to move him.
Just for you.
Oh, just on my screen. Awesome. And then he will make his two slam attacks, each at a +8. Do I have anything that's a +8? So I can just click. No, okay. Couple of D20s. So those are not going to be good. They're going to be an 11 and a. Is it 11 plus? No, shit, Jesus, sorry. This is wild magic for you. +8, yes. 3 + 8 is 11, and the other was a 9 + 8 for 17, which is probably going to hit.
17 hits.
So that is, in fact, exactly the same damage as my chill touch. So let me roll using that. So that's 10 bludgeoning.
Okay, cool. Which is wounded.
Awesome. That finally is me.
And after that turn, we'll take a shot. No, I'm kidding. And legendary action. The priest will once again cause the necrotic withering to pulse. Same thing again. Con save against disease.
Could I get Rheawynne's ghost inspiration?
No,
She's not gonna use it.
no, but Pyrus might.
He didn't help no ghost.
So a reminder that Pietro and Rheawynne will have a -2 to their rolls.
I thought we already have a -2 to our rolls.
Yeah, you. That's what I mean. You'll have a -2
I
to
see.
this save, yeah. So I believe that's all of you infected by this. Love that.
No, Rheawynne saved. She has a 19.
Yeah, but she was already
roll.
affected by one,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
Pietro,
yeah.
you are now affected by a second level of this, which means you have a -4 for all saves
Lovely.
and all attack rolls.
Lovely.
Ugh.
Christ.
For you. Fancy being immune to disease in this fight. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And that is going to bring us to the priest's turn. And I think we're going to start off with a spiritual weapon.
What
which
does their
comes in the
spiritual
form of
weapon look?
I'm getting there. It comes in the form of a small ritual sickle. And it sort of has blood and gore dripping from it as it swings in and attacks. Though you will have to accept that whatever version of this I have to actually utilize in D&D Beyond. The closest I've got is an axe, and it's going to appear next to Boxxo. Boxxo, that is a natural 1 to hit you.
Nope.
And then I'm going to ask Toothy for an intelligence save, please.
Oh, Nah, natural 1.
Cool. You will take 10 psychic damage, and have a
Alright.
-2 to your next saving throw.
-6. Oh no, never mind.
No,
'cause
no,
you're
no,
immune.
no.
Yeah, never mind.
He's cool. And with that, he is going to slice his ritual knife on his arm, allowing him to take an extra action. Though it is at the cost of some health. You'll notice that some of that temp HP disappears. And as an extra action, he is going to ask... I think Vel'zekiss. No, I think Toothy. Toothy, wisdom save, please.
Okay.
Really? When there's a corpse stood right next to me?
16.
-2 from Mindsliver will be a 14. You are paralyzed as per hold.
Oh my god.
Again?
Oh, I haven't done this to you before, have I? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Boxxo, you're up.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go at follower A. Do I get a +2 for flanking?
You do, so you can just roll
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah, coolio. Yikes. That's a 10 to hit.
That'll miss.
Yeah. I will bonus action attack again.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, that's a 14 to hit.
I'll miss.
A miss.
Well, that's me.
Cool. Legendary action. The priest will move his full movement speed and make an attack. But I believe an 18 will miss. Is that correct?
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
Sick.
Pietro, you are up.
Pietro is looking very ill. He's sort of just like hand over his mouth, like bastard. And he will cast a what is it called again? Telekinetic slam on our friend the priest.
Okay.
I will ask him to make a strength saving throw.
We'll choose to succeed.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, did he help ghosts?
No, he just has legendary resistance.
And then what are we gonna do? Bonus action. We will shove as per usual. Actually, yeah, I'll shove him in case Toothy wants to. Oh, you know what? Actually,
Want to try and pull him through Toothy? No.
yeah, but I can't.
No.
Obviously.
You can knock the paralyzed Toothy into a cloud of daggers. I'm okay with that.
No, I definitely don't want to do that. Who am I gonna shove right now?
Stick Boxxo in this pile of green.
No, let's not do that. Yeah, I guess we'll try to move the priest back at least a little bit.
Okay.
We can choose to succeed on that one too.
Oh, it's not fair. Complete your turn.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to take a legendary action. And this green pulse will come out, but this time it is a constitution save against poison, please.
I'm certainly gonna fail this. Yep.
14.
6.
Is it Friday where we took advantage on con save? No, advantage on con saves instead of max HP.
I think that was Friday.
Does anybody currently have
No.
8 max HP?
No.
Oh wait a minute! It might have been this campaign, right? You're right,
Seven
because
max
I don't have
HP?
any. I don't have any like. I don't have any max HP modifier on.
Oh, I do.
Rheawynne, though. Yes,
But we had the
exactly.
choice. We had the choice.
Vel'zekiss and
You could
Rheawynne do.
Oh.
So, Jack, Boxxo, and Rico. Wow, Jack, Josh, and Rico should be rolling these con saves with advantage.
Oh, bollocks. I could have,
Only for now, because I've only just remembered.
damn it.
I'll use D4 to add to this.
Didn't help at all.
Build it out. The outer world is a
yeah.
reflection of the inner world. Other people's perception of you is a reflection of them.
Wow.
I was trying
Has
to
it
use
to,
them on combat.
Did anybody get above an 18? I asked people to try not to.
It's very unlikely I'll get there anyway, so not worth it.
Okay, so is everyone below an 18?
Yeah.
Love that. You're all
Yeah.
affected by the poisoned condition. Is going to make these saving throws and attack rolls and all sorts more and more annoying.
The elemental has the disease, but is immune to poison.
Isn't it immune to disease as well?
Doesn't say it.
Is these
I would
this
assume it
disease?
is.
I guess it is.
I know disease is a real thing, so like,
Yeah,
like they're in the
I
game.
would
There
not
are
worry
mentions of
about,
diseases, but there are no like
just-
conditions for diseases.
Yeah. Cool. That's gonna bring us to this guy, the follower, and seeing you paralyzed, he is going to give his dark devotion, and what that means is he sort of clutches his scythe, and he sort of disappears on the spot and rematerializes right behind Toothy, where he will swing with advantage.
It's technically not behind me. Behind me would be the cloud of daggers.
Oh yeah.
I'll point that out.
Accept the fact that he got an 8 on his first attack and be done with it. And a 20 on his second. I think
Nah.
both of those miss.
Nah, both miss.
Yeah, okay, cool. One more legendary action. The priest will once again pulse out this disease wave. Con save against disease, please. Advantage for those of you who have it.
Okay.
For an extra -2.
Still
No.
probably a fail. 14 from Pietro.
Look, this is why we need Pyrus at the table. He's just turned around and told you it's an adventurous breakfast. 3 meats, 3 egg preps, and bread. That's what it was. I mean, to be fair, he probably watched it about 85 minutes ago. And you guys will remember it from last week. But even so,
my goodness.
Vel'zekiss is trying to fight something else. He's just rolling initiative.
Oh Jesus! Who knows what
You can
I'm?
take the roll
Oh,
if
God.
you want. Or you can
It's a
reroll
lot
it.
like
thing,
that.
so it fails either way.
That's fucking beautiful. Just I'm
It'll be
done with
minus
it tonight. I'm
2.
rolling for another one. Rico with a -4. That's a 14, right?
Correct, yeah.
So is
Okay.
mine really.
Did anybody get above an 18?
No.
Love that. So you'll all take another wave of it. I need a roll for Rheawynne, I think. Do I?
Oh, sorry. I thought I did. Fail. So we're double poisoned?
No. This is all disease. So this is now a
Disease.
-6
Oh, another
for you
disease
on
round.
your,
Well,
on your saving
wow.
throws.
Doubly fucked.
Attack rolls. Yeah, this is the plan. Okay. And that brings us to Rheawynne.
Rheawynne is going to manifest her own spiritual weapon right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
I'll
I
do it.
don't, I
I'll
think
do
I,
it.
I don't think I have access to her,
Yeah,
for assets.
I don't know if she's ever used it herself. Cool. An attack roll.
Coming up.
She used it in the inanimate objects fight.
Automatic.
Why?
Remember that now, actually.
Does that hit?
It would do, except you
Oh,
got
but
a
it would-
-4 to
a
your
-4
attack rolls, and you're
yeah.
poisoned. So it would be a disadvantage, and it's a 13 to hit, so no.
Balls. Well, it's there. It's. Oh, sorry. I wanted to put it, like sort of in front of Toothy. So
That's fine. I'm
hopefully-
gonna put it here.
Is
Okay.
this how we get TPK'd? By
Maybe.
just constant
Perhaps.
disease.
Awesome.
Pyrus doesn't even get to join. He just gets to watch
He
us
just gets
die.
to play alone. See, his very first act is walking in and resurrecting these idiots.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any action for you?
yeah, I have an action, but I mean, like all of her. Oh,
It's cantrip or weapon attack, I think.
yeah. No, I'm gonna cantrip and let us create bonfire.
Okay.
And We'll set it under the pre-sass.
Okay.
Dex save.
19.
That's a pass.
He steps aside and laughs at you.
And I believe that's all that Rheawynne has. Perhaps he will move. No, there's no point.
Toothy.
No, she's good.
I'm paralyzed.
Yes, at the end of your turn, make a wisdom save, please.
All right. Do we get to make a save against being poisoned at the end of our turns?
No.
Ah, shit.
Sorry, that one's just a minute flat up.
That's a 15.
That is a fail, I'm afraid.
Am I allowed to use a card?
A card? Yeah, definitely. You can't use the. You've got fucking piles of them. Pick it out. Go on.
Yeah, no.
Give us a D6 or something.
I'm gonna use a big one. I'm gonna use a D6.
Love that. Deal with that. You have power of your mind, not outside events.
Exactly.
It's all an illusion. Realize this. Find your strength. Roll a 3 or higher. Good one.
Yay, 3.
You are no longer paralyzed, but that is the end of your turn. Vel'zekiss,
Yeah.
you are up.
Well, damn it. I wish I had taken the extra 5 feet all of a sudden. If anybody's questioning the value of that.
It's good, man.
It's really good. You can't put it
Unless I'm
outside your
allowed to
movement speed.
stand in this tiny half a space
You can
over
stand there.
here.
That's fine. You just fucking-
Because I can get there with 30 diagonals,
can go
right?
there, that's
5,
fine.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because then I can first use my action.
Oh, I keep forgetting to
move my
tell you. Sorry, I'm just going to remember what I remember. I'm just going to interrupt your train of thought. These things all have corpses drained of blood in them. Make of that what you will.
Okay.
Carry on as you were.
I think I'm still going to just attack people. I'm really pissed at Follower A for teleporting. This is just not acceptable.
How dare you? Yeah.
It's not allowed to do that. He can poison me all day. Poison is the realm of morons. Teleporting, not allowed. So I will go all the way, jam myself against this corner so that I don't hurt Toothy when I do some stuff. Which is to quicken Ride the Lightning.
Sick.
Which I have not been seen to do before. And I will disappear through them and just get as far over that way as I can.
Can you give me the damage before I give you the second dex save?
Yes, absolutely. It is 8d6 lightning damage. 32.
I thought that
Nice.
might be the case. So that guy dies. But as he dies, you will see once again this. Oh wait, has he done that since his turn? Yeah. So he will once again use his reaction to draw the blood from that creature as he dies and restore it to himself as temporary hit points.
So be it. He took some stuff from that too, yeah?
Oh
or
yeah.
what?
He
Yeah, okay.
rolled a 2 on the save. He chose to succeed. He's taking 16 lightning.
Cool.
Telephone's
Yeah,
recorded.
so as my body dissolved into lightning and zipped across the place, reappearing over here, I then also look back and, almost as an afterthought, pop the Cloud of Daggers onto him
Okay.
as my action since I quickened the lightning.
El Damage.
And that is 9 slashing.
Nice. And you will see that he seems to revel in that pain. Kind of enjoys it and holds to it.
Enjoy it to death, my friend.
Just from my sanity, I'm going to put the Cloud of Daggers there. Air Elemental.
Oh yeah. That person back there is not there anymore, is that right? It's only the main guy?
Pass him back where?
Then he will come over
I
to
think
the
he's
main
only on
guy.
your screen, Joe.
Oh.
It's not a ghost. The dead guy's dead. And the...
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone now. Okay, come over there and make a couple slams. Let's just roll them separate because I couldn't find the numbers properly last time. So if he's not affected by the disease, that's a 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and also a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh!
So let's do.
Let's talk about the on 20. Go on, do the damage.
It's again, it's the same as my thing, so I'll hit that twice, and then a maxed version. So 16 plus 14 for 30, plus 16 more with the crit. So 46 damage total, bludgeoning.
Nice.
Whew.
He is wounded.
Exciting. And, actually, I cast Rod the Lightning, which caused some other nonsense to happen.
Oh, yes.
My charisma goes to 30, because I was so badass in hurting those guys.
Oh my god.
I gained 10 charisma for a minute, it can't
promise
go
you, there
above
are
30.
plenty of negative effects in his wild magic table. He just can't
Yes.
find them. Wow, okay, cool. That's going to be dangerous.
Alrighty.
Right, well, that brings us to his turn. He's going to start off by bonking Boxxo with a spiritual weapon, which is a 16 to hit you.
That will miss.
Okay. Ironically, it's really bad to hit. I don't quite know what he's meant to do with that.
Thank God.
And then he is going to ask you, Boxxo, for a wisdom save, please.
Why?
Yeah, I agree. Why?
He can, because he wants to.
I'm asking if he's casting a spell or not.
He is casting a spell, yes.
Do it.
You're looking okay, Box. I'll save it for.
Boo!
This is going to be very hilarious, depending on how much it hurts. Yep, so your wisdom
it's a
save,
5.
that is beautiful. Okay. While you are charmed
Oh
in
my
this
God,
way, a twisted
man.
crown of jagged iron appears in your head and a madness closing your eyes. You must use your action before moving on each of your turns to make a melee attack on a creature other than yourself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn. We do have a little homebrew rule on this, but if you are not within a melee range of a target and you only have a melee attack, you must move to the nearest creature to do so. You don't just not attack anyone, because that is a really silly version.
So this is how we get rid of Rheawynne.
Quite
I
possibly.
kill her.
She might not see it coming. He will then slash up his arm again. And you see him take a bit more damage as madness seems to reap into his eyes. And he is going to take a second action. And he is going to step to here. And Vel'zekiss, he is going to stab at you.
Yeah, that's expected.
That was nearly a nat 20, and instead it's a 9.
Aha.
Boxxo, you are up and immediately must move towards the nearest creature. Off you go. And make your attack roll against Rheawynne.
A melee attack, yeah. 12 to punch her.
No, you must use your dagger.
Why? You said a
Oh
melee
wow,
attack.
why is it? I'm sorry, I keep clicking the thing, and I'm just trying to change the damn numbers. Let's just keep rolling.
Oh, wow.
You need to click on the box around it, not on the number itself.
I'm sorry. The shower
Click on
didn't
the
do
word
it.
charisma. Josh, you must attack with the weapon you were holding. Otherwise, you can't just...
I technically don't hold my psychic daggers, I manifest them before I
Just do your normal attack. I'm quite happy to... You know what? You can just take that roll, and an 11 plus, what is it?
There you
Plus
go,
6,
an
is it?
11. No, I just rolled it. I just rolled again. I got an 11.
Very nice. Hashtag not dead yet. Repeat the save. Yeah. Wisdom save at the end of your turn, please. Pietro, you're up. No, legendary action first.
No,
Is
nothing.
it time? No, I don't think it's quite time yet. One more con save against disease, please.
That's a fail.
21.
-4 is a 17.
Oh yes.
So it is
Yes.
a fail.
Delightful.
Pietro, fail.
Yep.
Rheawynne, fail. And Boxxo, fail.
Yep.
I mean, I could card it and sort of semi-auto win, but that's alright.
Time to unleash the beast next turn. Already. Okay. Pietro, you're up.
Okay. Bonus action, shove him back into the cloud of daggers. Oh no, sorry, the Is the Cloud of Dagger still technically in the same place as the bonfire?
Yes.
I think you may have moved it to like
You can
move
shove him into
basically.
both.
Yeah. That's the plan. Strength save. Please fail. Weak little man.
Give me
Yes.
the damage. Both of you.
Let's
So you
see.
give me the bonfire and Joe give me the cloud of daggers.
Yes.
8 slashing.
3 fire.
It's very wounded.
Nice.
Oh, severely.
Yep.
I will then.
25% of his hit points.
I guess we'll have to try to telekinetic slam him again. Strength save, sorry.
14.
That's a fail. He will take 8 force damage and is now prone.
Okay. Anything else from you, Vel'zekiss?
No. What do you mean, like, is it my
Pietro,
turn?
sorry.
I was like,
It's like, I know I kind of break the action economy, but I'm not going on other people's turns.
I think Pietro in his diseased state will maybe move over here and lean up against the wall or something.
Your turn.
That concludes my turn.
Okay. Our good friend is going to provoke an opportunity attack from this air elemental.
Cool.
Whoa, does a spiritual weapon also get an opportunity? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think so.
Very, very poor. It's 10 total.
Okay, that'll miss. He moves to the center of this rune and he leans his hands down. It's a legendary action. And it doesn't say he moves to the rune as his legendary action. So I don't know why he gets to do that, but he does. And as he puts his hands down, the rune sort of blows up outwards. And then you'll see him like gather his hands and pull inwards. He is going to siphon blood from all of you that he can. It is a charisma save from the lot of you, please.
And this is not a spell. This
This
is
is
like
not a spell. This is the blow up the thing.
Is
Fail.
that disadvantage from poison?
No, that is only attack rolls.
Cool.
That is at a -6.
16. I want to use another card.
21.
Hey, Rheawynne rolled a decent charisma save. I think it still fails. 17, 16, 15. Yeah.
Okay, did anybody roll above an 18?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, an 18
Like-
or above. Yes, Vel'zekiss rolled a 20.
It's a 20. It's a 21 with the -6. But that's
Okay,
because
so
the
nothing
extreme
happens to
inflated-
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else above an 18?
No.
Yeah?
Nah.
Okay. So, if you roll below an 18, you will take 14 necrotic damage. And
Okay.
he will siphon that blood and gain that as hit points. So that is 4 of you. That is 56 hit points he has regained.
Oh my
Love
god.
And then, did anybody roll below a 13?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. Yeah, most definitely.
okay. You are weakened from loss of blood. So on your next turn, you are slowed. Half movement speed, 1 attack, action, bonus action, or no reaction. All of that standard stuff from being slowed as per the spell. And in addition, you feel a little bit weak. You don't know what that is about, but just feel like you've lost some blood.
Bleh.
Who was that? Was that just Boxxo and Pietro? Or was that the Rheawynne?
Yeah, no, not Rheawynne. Rheawynne rolled above it.
Oh.
Oh, I should. He might get more HP from the air elemental.
No, I'm saying he's immune to diseases. The air element is a confusing thing to deal with. But as his reaction when that happens, he will look to Boxxo, I think, and ask you for a con save, please, Boxxo.
Is suicide an option? I
No.
think I'm ready to play like a druid or something.
This can't hurt you any further.
Can't it? That's
Yeah.
a 10.
Okay, good. So when he siphons your blood, you'll see it spiral into a little shield around him. You will gain some temp hit points. Isn't that nice? I believe that's equal to the damage you took, which is 14. It has 14 temp HP to go with all this other fun. It's Rheawynne's turn.
Oh joy! What can Rheawynne do? She's not. Oh wait, is she? Is she slowed? Yeah, she is, right? Which
Yes.
which was that slowing
No,
effect?
no, she's not slowed. She's not slowed. That's just on
Okay.
you and Boxxo.
Oh, okay,
So if
okay.
you got below a 13 on the save. I'm wondering why
Right,
nobody's HP is automatically updating.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
noticed.
like a
I noticed
Pietro
that mine wasn't updating.
Hold on.
I haven't ever taken any damage, so
Oh,
What la-di-da.
I've had lots of things taking conditions, but none of them have done
Okay.
HP.
that's a worry.
What is Rheawynne gonna do? What is Rheawynne gonna do?
Oh, while I remember, before Rheawynne goes. Guys, on your character sheet, you'll see a Beyond 20 button. Yes, all of you.
On my character sheet?
On your character sheet, you'll see a Beyond 20
Oh, yeah.
button. If you click it,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
go to more options on the left-hand side, you'll see a critical hit rule about 3/4 of the way down. Change it to homebrew perfect rolls, and it will auto-calculate crits for you using our rolls.
Homebrew perfect rolls?
Yep. So if you right-click on something and click crit damage, it will do the calculations as per
Yeah,
our
babe.
rolls.
I don't.
Based on the- So click the Beyond 20 button. There's a more options thing on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah.
And sort of midway down the
Critical hit
left-hand
roll.
side.
Homebrew perfect roll.
That's. Oh, advanced maybe. There we go.
No, not advanced. The other side should be just more options.
Oh, okay, there we are. Sorry, I've got it there.
Yeah, and then on the about half, 3/4 of the way down, it will say critical hit rolls. And change it to
Cool.
homebrew perfect rolls, which means we never have to do silly James maths again.
Cool.
Sorry, you were busy being Rheawynne. Oh my god.
Yeah. So with a bonus action, she will move her spiritual weapon over. Let's move it here.
Sorry.
No, it's so exciting. Go on. Oh, he's no longer severely wounded. Should be obvious.
And on the way, it'll take a whack for a feeble attempt at hitting. Hopefully, it'll nat 20 or something crazy. No, that's gonna miss.
Yes.
Um,
With a -6 to hit and disadvantage from poison, yes, it will.
and then
Still heal people though.
yeah, she can. She can. Who is severely hurt though? I guess just
Boxxos are below half health.
Boxxos below half.
Yeah,
Oh,
close enough to.
I'm a little above half.
Yeah. Toothy's just below half.
Once
Well,
again, I'm a
then-
little above half.
We will use an instance of mass
Interpretation
healing
of these
word.
red lines is harder, right? Oh, let me just go. Promise I'm
We're
still
gonna
the
cast-
DM.
Sorry, we're gonna cast mass healing word on the homies.
Okay, love that.
Pop everyone
I'll
up
let you use
a
an
little
action for that, that's no problem. A reminder that...
Oh, the bonus action? Oh,
That's
I
fine,
didn't
you
even
can use an
realize.
action. You can use it as an action,
I'm
that's no
so
problem.
sorry, I didn't even realize.
Oh, sorry. I always let you use an action to cast bonus action stuff, just not a bonus action to cast actions. So I think it's 2d4 plus 7.
Wow, 1 and a 2 plus
Okay.
7 for a total
Okay.
of 10 HP to everybody.
Yes. Anything
That
else?
can include herself, right?
Yeah, it does include herself.
Okay. I can't actually adjust Rheawynne's.
That's fine.
Health,
I haven't been
so she
damaging
should
her
be-
either, I don't think.
Yeah, she should be down 4, I think,
But I think-
after being healed for 10 or something. And then
Action, a
I
bonus
believe
action.
that's all Rheawynne. Oh, whoa. Maybe Rheawynne will also move away from Crazy Boxxo.
Okay.
5, 10, 15.
Didn't you succeed at the end of your turn? What's that? Have wisdom save?
Are you on crack? I absolutely did not.
Oh, okay. Not as far as I know. You were slipping it to me in my sleep.
You'll move as far away from Boxxo as you can.
Okay, love that. Toothy.
Frightened of his.
Oh,
Alright.
That green, I
I'm
can't
gonna
actually do
do-
it on the map, but that green thing has gone out.
Oh,
There's no
good. I
green
was
light.
gonna say I'm gonna do something maybe stupid and go upon the green
Yeah,
circle,
that's
but no. Hey, cool. I'm gonna run up, and
As
I'm
you
gonna
so,
do
he tempts you and,
something.
I will sacrifice your blood upon this altar.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out my waddy, my club.
Beat him
I'm
down.
gonna swap. Yeah, I think I'm sick of this bastard, and he deserves a special death. You know
A bit
what I
of
mean?
whacking.
Can I
Yeah,
remind
good.
you that when you do this, you must also unequip the sword of defense.
I am doing that currently,
Fantastic,
so my
thank you.
armor class is down to 20. Alright, I will attack with disadvantage for because I'm
Yep.
poisoned, which is
Yep.
a pain in the bloody ass. That's still a 19
Oh,
though.
and 19 will hit. Love that.
Hey.
Alright, I will smite on that.
Let's do.
I'll roll the damage first. It's only a 6,
Okay,
and
he makes a
then
strength save for that, right?
he makes a strength save, please.
He is
DC
prone.
of 15. Beautiful. He is prone, and then I smite on that. So let me roll smite damage. That's
Hey.
11 radiant damage.
He is vulnerable
then-
to radiant damage.
Nice.
Beautiful. And then a flat roll for this one because he is prone.
Yep, indeed, that is correct. Advantage, cancelling out the disadvantage.
That is 25 to hit.
Smash him! Love that.
I will second level smite this one.
Beautiful. Go for it.
And that should change to a D6. Can I?
Oh, did I not just? Okay, that's fine. I will just add 2.
Yeah.
so-
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, which is an average of
11 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to toggle that. Maybe I'll
Oh, does
just
it
roll
change
that
to
in.
D6 when they're prone?
When they're prone. That's how
I
it
think
changes.
it
It's a
should
weird.
have a clickable D6 on the actual. Oh, but it'll only roll the D6. You'll have to then add it. Yeah, I think you'll have to maybe add a second one.
I'll just remember and roll it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do a custom roll. That's fine. And then I'm gonna do second level smite. So that is the 2d8 and then the extra d8.
Such
There's
fervor
13
for your
plus
false
6.
gods. He says he takes 38 radiant damage, and is severely wounded, and kneeling prostrate before you.
All right,
That's right.
and that will conclude my turn.
Yeah, okay, Vel'zekiss, you're up.
I'm not doing this on behalf of any gods. And then I will move the Cloud of Daggers onto
At least you
him.
are honest.
He shall take. I'm looking to get the right level. 9 slashing damage. And. Wonder if he can even take necrotic, and that's a definite.
Vulnerable to radiant.
Yeah, and.
Is it a bonus action to move Cloud of Daggers?
No, it's an action, but I could quicken something as a bonus if I feel like it. I've still got the points. To
Oh
do
yeah,
one
never
more.
mind. I know about the spell gem. I should have known that. Yeah, you haven't seen level 2 spell gems yet, but I have.
Oh, I see.
I think
No.
that one might get purchased.
I mean, here's the thing. He looks
He's
bad
very
now,
bad.
right?
But you know he has quite significant ability to heal himself on his turn, and it is his turn next.
I know. So it's
if you
like I
can
don't.
finish him. You should, but you do have an air elemental.
Yeah, that's true. I do have an air elemental, but I also meta level. I assume I'm probably not going into another massive fight.
You know,
at this
100% you are
exact
walking
moment.
back upstairs to that tavern. And this is
So it's a little one-trick pony, but because my attack rolls are set down with this fucking disease, I'm just going to step over here and then ride the lightning through him
Nice.
with quickening it.
just give me damage.
All right.
It can't do less than 12, can it?
It wasn't a great roll, but it's 24.
Oh, it's an exactly. Oh, Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Even if he rolls successfully, it's a 12, not a 6.
Right.
He's got 6 hit points left. Please describe his grisly demise.
Yeah, so Vel'zekiss is not happy with this guy, obviously, looking around at everybody else harmed, and just sort of nods at the air elemental and is just like, I wasn't planning on you showing up anyway, I'll handle this myself. And takes a step to the left and just sort of almost some of that, the toothy shine of all that yellowy gold light that's probably in the room starts to crackle over him and become lightning, and he pops through, shows up next to Boxxo, and it's like, that should have done it, and doesn't even bother turning around.
Okay. I am going to just clear up the battlefield a little bit. This air elemental goes and stands in a corner and awaits commands very patiently. Cool. Okay, so first of all, the sound has vanished. I did put on some happy music, but it didn't work. That again. Okay, first of all, the fight XP is 910 experience points.
Ooh.
Although you'll technically get it when you go upstairs, you are going to get an additional 500 XP for clearing out the cultists. You might as well just add 1,410 instead if you haven't already added the 910. So it's 910 plus 500. However you want to do that, however you've done that. Find your total. And then, yeah. And congratulations, you have succeeded. You will note that strange glowing thing has dimmed. The rune is gone. The poison will end pretty quickly on all of you that are poisoned. The disease, however, feels like it's going to take a while to recover.
Am I still crazy?
No, that ended as soon as he lost concentration when he died.
Okay.
Still crazy. Take it out of context. Little bit of an odd question, but I liked it nonetheless. Cool. So there is quite a lot of things in this room, odd things. We'll start off with a little table behind him. On the little table behind him are 7 or 8 bottles. 4 of the bottles are quite clearly potions. One is a potion of mind reading. I'm going to go fairly slowly to give whoever our resident loot taker, is that Jack? Right.
Yeah.
Jack, you're the resident loot taker, to give you the time to do this. And if there's 3 of an item, I'll just ping it 3 times. So there's 3 potions of mind control for mind controlling humanoids. In addition, there are 5 bottles of blood, stoppered with a strange cork. Whilst the blood is not particularly interesting, this cork looks like this. It has a little gargoyle on the top. And you'll note that it looks fairly bored. And this has 5 Woollywigs time stoppers, and having said I'll ping it 5 times, I'm really not going to do that. I'm going to write times 5. Basically, you would be able to, anyone with a half-decent Arcana score will be able to discover that whilst a container is stoppered with this, any non-living liquid inside it does not age, decay, rot, or fail. And if you have if you put this on a keg of beer, every time you dispense the beer, it will then it would spoil after the fact. I'm going to move this back to this camera. So that's on that table, along with what is a ritual dagger. There are 5 ritual daggers here. All a ritual dagger is a standard dagger, but it counts as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance. It looks fairly evil. So I don't even know if you want to take them, and if you do, you can just write them down as daggers, because their evilness will negate any bonus you would get to the sale, because they can. Do as you please with them. And then you will notice that there is a strange standard that stands at the back of the room next to this table. It is a Hellforged battle standard. It looks a little like this. Inside it is a Quasit. The Quasit is currently incapacitated and flaming slowly, but seems to still be alive. And whilst you hold this banner, your weapon attacks and those of allied creatures within 300 feet of you count as magical for the purpose of overcoming immunities and damages. There is an additional benefit to this banner. If you want to give me some Arcana checks. Specifically, Joe and Rico. checks, and I need both because you'll get very different things from them.
Does the disease give me a negative?
No, it's only to saving throws and attack rolls.
Gotcha.
Bad roll.
21.
I'll lay a card on it just for the heck of it. But...
Joe, do you not have 30 charisma right now?
No, well, it was only for a minute, so I assumed it went away as the battle.
Otherwise, he would have been poisoned and had disadvantage on the roll. So,
Mm.
yes. Actually, I don't know if you did get poisoned, but still. Those who...
Yeah, no, I did, so I should have, yeah.
Well, no, I
that
mean...
too. No. I forgot it was on ability check.
I was alluding to the fact that I think Vel'zekiss'
So
Arcana is based on charisma or something.
Yeah, it is, but anyway, so it's the lower one was 11 plus 1 is only a 12 total.
Okay. Sorry, I fell on my knee yesterday, and it kind of was a lot better today for a while, and it's just moved, my kneecap's just moved on its own, and it really hurts. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's kind of gross. I'm very distracted by it right now. Count your blessings, not your problems. Count your own blessings. That's well. To be fair, Vel'zekiss has been doing that since day one. Yeah, cool. With a 12, you will note that this battle stand is demonic in nature and would perhaps benefit demons or those associated with demons far more than it would benefit the basic humans.
Sure.
Yes. That's all on that. Sitting next to this battle standard is a pot of vile black ichor. And with the 21 Arcana check, Pietro, you would note that this could be taken to a temple or even a mage's school, perhaps, and converted to an item of power against demons. Thank you for the follow, Deborah5748. Doc Wand. Yes, you would note that you could convert it to an item of power against demons. A little bit heavy and a little bit odd to be walking through town with. You'd also need to go to Vazra or something. You're not going to find a little church in Vaz 2. It's not going to be much help. Okay. I will just say that with your general knowledge of Arcana, you can study this pot of black ichor. And in fact, it is Rheawynne who will tell you what it does. This black ichor can be sort of attuned to, at which point the black ichor will cover the body, right up to the neck, all the way across the body, and it will function as armor. In fact, it is plate mail armor. Whilst wearing this armor, you have resistance to poison damage, and it doesn't impose any disadvantage. Health check.
That's venom.
Yeah.
Specifically, it is demon skin plated. Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. Pretty cool, because obviously armor is a very rare thing, but it does mean that a lovely furry toothy, if he wanted to be in plate mail, would have to be covered in black ichor, which is quite frightening. As opposed to being under your clothes for some of the others of you. I will let you guys decide what you want to do with that. It does not impede bodily functions. Asks. So that's the stuff around the room. There were, however, 3 magical items that you did see on the creatures themselves. The first of these was a strange-looking rod on the priest, a little bit like this, and this is a rod of thought projection. Whilst holding this rod, you can concentrate and communicate telepathically with a creature within 120 feet of you. You can also see through their eyes and ears, should you wish. You can do this to a creature that is unwilling on a DC 13 Wisdom save. This is a rod of thought projection. You will note that as he fell dead upon the ground, his whip crawled out of his wrist, held up upon the ground. That's nice, isn't it? Looks a little like this. It is made of flesh, bone, muscle, and cartilage. This is a slumbering item. It is a symbiotic tentacle whip. Fuck me, that's a lot of text. Basically, +1 whip with a +1 psychic, with +1d6 psychic damage on it, and it can't be disarmed from you because it's stuck to your arm. Bit disgusting. And finally, there is this amazing-looking scythe, which is the soul-searing scythe. Another slumbering item that will progress as it goes up. This item was forged in the heart of the elemental plane of fire. Big TLDR, bright light, +1 weapon, 2d4 fire damage on hit. If the creature is resistant or absorbs fire damage, you can do necrotic instead. And if you reduce a creature to 0 hit points with this weapon, your body and soul are immolated and can only be restored by wish. So be glad the cultist didn't kill you with that.
Surely you mean the target's soul is immolated.
Yes.
So
when
if you hit somebody with this, your soul is immolated. It's like,
oh
my god, I didn't mean to hurt you!
Specifically that. It is a halberd, but if somebody wants to wield this that isn't proficient in halberds or would rather it was a form of axe, I don't mind changing it to either a battle axe or a sickle or a great axe. That is totally up to the player. Otherwise, I think it just gets left by the wayside because none of you use two-handed weapons. Make it.
Are any of us gonna use demon stuff?
This specifically is from the plane of fire. This is not demon stuff. Although it does eat people's souls, so I don't know. it's kind of brutal. It sears their souls, but you might only whip it out against monstrous creatures.
I'm going to take 2 of the evil magic daggers and just stash this away, but...
I've got.
Anyone who uses demon stuff, there's Vel'zekiss holding the battle standard of infernal power with a cauldron of black liquid and a strap full of evil ritual daggers.
No. I wouldn't be against using the Rod of Thought projection, but I don't have. Anybody can have it.
Yeah, anyone can take that.
I'm going to let you guys decide this over a short break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Elsewhither, Tales of the Unchained. Our group have gained almost 1,500 experience points and some odd items, some of which they may use and some of which they don't. Boxxo, did you leap into a big cauldron of black liquid and come out looking like Venom?
No.
Is that what happened?
No, partly because it's still not appearing for me in my inventory, but that's fine. It might take a while to adjust.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I would like to instead pick up the cauldron, as long as it's not too big, and just put it in my bag. And
no to them putting it in your bag.
No, okay, then I'll just I'll carry it because I'd like to flavor that in camp.
Okay,
if that's okay.
As opposed to in tavern.
Yeah, but I might get kicked out if I do that in tavern.
Yeah, I put it in your equipment, Josh. If you refresh your character sheet, it'll be
thank you.
Go. Okay. You can find your way back to the tavern from here, I think, pretty easily. You have done all the things that there are to do in this place and unearthed all the things. What I am interested in is anybody attempting to deface or sanctify or close off or anything, or are you going to leave that to the Church of Maz?
I was going to ask, should we get the mayor or somebody who knows everyone to come here and like identify who this death priest is?
Yeah,
maybe they're from the town.
The death priest himself, you can take the mask off, and you will note that he is the same fine-boned, long, tall, sort of almost elongated person.
Features.
Yes, a very sort of angular jaw, very sharp features, quite starkly beautiful. Yeah, and I'm not sure any of you have had any encounters with this race. Wait, Rico, you're originally from Pietro, you're originally from Gallania, right?
Correct. Yeah.
You can give me an H check with advantage.
Sure.
Might be something you know, but
No.
yeah, that's something
Probably
you come
not.
across. They remind you of another race, but you remember that race manifesting wings.
Interesting.
I see no wings on this dude. You got an air elemental for an hour. Any thoughts?
I was gonna say though, this sort of green altar.
It's not green anymore.
I know,
It's not,
but is it stone?
Yes. And the markings are engraved in. They lit up, but they were engraved. It's like a black marble, I guess. Is the best.
Yeah. So I think that if he's able to, like Pietro would like to sort of try to deface this and or like put a big crack in it,
Yeah. What sort of spells do you have for doing that sort of thing? Mold Earth won't do a thing. Do that.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, I could use like a magnified gravity or like a catapult thing to just like launch a huge object into the middle and just try to use my stonemason expertise to find a weak point.
Yeah. Do you also have anything that does water or ice?
I have Ray of Frost.
Okay. So what
I
you
have
might
shape.
you have shape water. Fantastic. Between the two of you, you could maybe fill these
I was gonna say,
ridges with water and then expand them into ice, and then magnify the gravity and drop something on it and sort of shatter through it. Give me a stonemason's check with advantage.
Ooh.
I was going to meanwhile have the elemental carrying any and all, like, the blood bottles and stuff. Like, maybe we keep the stoppers, but pouring all of that into that basin of water that, like, disintegrated all the blood.
Everything. Yeah, love that. With a 24, you are absolutely able to create two sort of, like, shattering clefts across it, and also crack any sign of the runes so that it's just more like a flat piece of marble with
Exactly.
big,
I wanted to sort of
to
defeat
be
the
crevasses
runes so that
through it.
didn't activate anymore. Yeah.
One other piece of slight interest. I mean, obviously these have drained bodies in them. Whatever you're going to do with those. You do notice the bones of a large creature, perhaps mammoth-like in structure. And indeed, there is a pair of tusks on the wall up there, and a pair of teeth. You also see 4 braziers up here, and they have black marble coals in them. These are continual flame braziers that can be switched on and off with a command word. You'd need something strong like an air elemental to carry one away, but it's not something that can conveniently be brought with you. But should you ever want to build a cool base, you can also change the color of the flame as well.
Black marble stones for like a keepsake.
I mean, you can actually empty it of the stones, and then you could put those in something else, and you could use those as your continual flame. Bear in mind, continual flame gives off no heat, only light. But you can change the color of the light in these stones. They must be.
We should just make the tavern keep us a room at all times, and we'll just put all of our stuff, our furniture in there.
You have been given citizenship, so that is definitely an option. However, let us return you to the tavern. It is now daytime.
Was I able to was able to do the thing where get the mayor or like the tavern keeper to look at the death priest to see
yes,
if they
so
recognize him?
my thinking was that you guys would come up, have that conversation with the people in the tavern, and then somebody will go
Okay,
down.
cool.
I just wanted to check if you needed to do anything beforehand. I forgot to shut my door, and I'm now once again being attacked by a cat. I like the way there's just Toothy in the middle of the town, and Toothy in a building.
Yeah, and not the right building.
You are all in the Alchemists. Won't be there. Not time for that yet. That's a shop, not a bar. Ignore that. Just rampaging through a store on your way to the tavern. Cool. Yeah, and once you return to the tavern, you come up and Eric sort of looks over you all and starts inspecting you quite closely.
Who's inspecting us?
Merrick, Boxxo, you particularly, he's done that for quite a long time, but they get quite close to you.
Is there something wrong?
I don't know, is there? You still you? I hear that evil cultists take over people's minds. What's your mother's maiden name?
That's not how Kobold names work.
Right, and it's no point as a security question if I don't know the answer, is it? You know this person? He points towards Ride with Storm's back.
I guess.
Who are they?
They're Toothy's sister.
Who's Toothy?
Oh, point towards the giant
moves
Tabaxi.
Mark moves over to you, Toothy, looking at you real carefully.
me.
Do you know that person? Points towards your sister.
Yeah, that's my sister.
What is right with Storm's nickname? It can't be Stormzy, right? Like Toothy.
No, it's Writhy.
Right.
Riley, can you identify? It's your brother himself. As Storms comes over and looks at you. All right.
I'm alright, how about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Unfortunately so. They're themselves, I think. Good job Boxxo didn't come up with a demon Ica skin. Come up clutching scythes and strange battle standards. But yeah, satisfied, Merrick will look back at you. You know, I gave you a cleansing stone to get rid of the blood, right?
I thought that was to clean my clothes.
Mm-hmm, it is. Nods towards some of you who are still looking a little battle laden. But the mayor will sort of come over and usher Merrick away. Did you find any cultists down there?
Yes, but you won't, since they've been dispatched.
There has been nobody missing from our town for quite a long period of time. Do you think these cultists have been established since our father's days or even our grandfather's days? Or perhaps they are a new group moving in from somewhere else? Tunnels. Can they do that? Those tunnels under the town lead us out of the town.
The priest that we uncovered had a quite youthful appearance, but I have the feeling he may have been around a longer time.
I'm hesitant to ask this, but would you perhaps take a couple of the townspeople down there to have a look, see if they identify any of the people or any of the... If there's any
If we're gonna do that,
We must.
I think it'd be best if we brought the bodies to where you were, Mayor, because I don't think the townspeople should see the inner dwellings of the cultists. It might be a bit much for them.
Those I'll send with you are hardened. They'll be fine. He's offering you
Okay.
Volier and Solomon. And he will send a young boy out with ridiculously floppy hair that goes right down over his eyes to go and find Solomon and Volier. A reminder that these two are totally not shady in the slightest. You do know that Volier is a changeling and Solomon is a smuggler. Both of those are races in D&D. Anyway, and they will come down and they will not be able to identify any of the bodies except for two of the bodies that have been drained of blood, who were some tradespeople who came through not that long ago that they sold some stuff to. They're a little angry about it, but that's about it. They're quite grossed out, but otherwise fine.
If that's the case, I'm gonna bash the face in and smite while doing it of the death priest.
Love that. You will note that the death priests didn't have that effect where the black soul-like thing moved out of him and went up into the ceiling like all the other cultists did. You can give me a religion check.
13. Let's make that better.
Make it much better. Let's use all the things.
Alright, let's
Will
do another
guidance
D6.
you.
Ooh.
And guidance me.
Very well. You have power of your mind. We've just read this, and somehow I've duplicated it as well. Out of here. Out of here. Get out of here. How many of these fucking things exist?
So a D6 and a guidance?
Yeah, D6 and a D4.
Plus 4 to that 13.
17 and 7.
So 17.
You get the impression that perhaps this death priest had dedicated his soul to the godlike being long, long ago. So it will not travel to them now, for it is already with them. Whereas the others had dedicated their souls upon death. Perhaps that priest was soulless, if you will. broke everything.
Perhaps his soul is already taken.
Yeah. How does one exist without a soul?
I would ask him, but you just smashed his face in, so...
Yeah, well, he deserved it.
That we can agree on.
The mayor will look at you all and you'll need rest again, I assume. I've asked that one of the rooms upstairs be given over to all of you. Now, bear with me a second. James is going to try and remember how to do this. Might not work. That work? Are we upstairs? Yes,
No.
we are. Yeah, we are, but we're on balcony level.
Oh, I see.
You can still see down, but more importantly, you can head round. And I think he won't offer you this room, but instead offer you one of the rooms at his own house. So that is directly across the way, and it's this little room here. And he'll offer you the room next door as well.
This is the mayor's house?
Yeah, this is upstairs at the mayor's house. Oh, he's inherited some children. Hold on, let me go.
There's just people in the hallway.
Let me go and put those where they belong. They are the blacksmith's kids. I don't know what they're doing in the mayor's house. they just snuck over for tea. I think I moved them by mistake at one point when I was chatting with you guys. Basically, the mayor will tell you that he has a room on the third floor. So this second floor you can do with what you like. His wife has long since left him, and his children have moved away. So you can do what you please with it. He will say, alternatively, should Galen's daughter, whatever her name is, he knows her name, I don't.
The name
is... Eileen.
Yes.
Should Eileen choose not to stay in her father's home, you may instead just have the whole house. But if you need somewhere to stay, he will offer you his place. For now, I don't know how I've managed to put Pietro and Vel'zekiss in one room with you three in the other, but you're all together. So you can rest there should you wish. And it's at this point that you will see that Rheawynne is sort of separating out some bags. Sort of taking stuff out of one bag and putting stuff on the bed and taking other stuff and putting it back in. Dividing up belongings.
You're making pouches of things to give to the local urchins.
If that is what you're calling yourselves. She says, and then hands you one of said pouches. No. I'm going back to the church. I wanted to venture for the sake of my son.
Your son?
We haven't got time for a full backstory reveal, but TLDR.
Oh, yeah.
No, she will basically explain that her husband and her son were killed in the war. And her son always dreamt of being an adventurer, so he went out to have adventures on his behalf. But having come across a death cult, it's way not as much glamour and excitement and flying dragons as she thought, and much more big, scary death peoples. And she will sort of say, move on, but go back to the church. About the life I was meant to live. Just in one place, not trapped. Well, but I did see a young cleric who seemed to have just arrived at the tavern. We left. Might speak to them. And yourselves.
So you go back to.
I wonder who that could be.
Do you go back to Nisian?
Asai, no. I'm gonna go
Oh
to
yeah,
Mazrea.
that's it.
I'm gonna go to Mazrea and ask where Alicia needs me most.
I can't say I'm pleased with this decision, but I respect it nonetheless.
That's good, because you haven't got a choice.
Oh, I'll miss you.
At that point, I will let you guys say your goodbyes in your heads, but I'm not going to roleplay Rheawynne for the sake of that. I don't.
Boo.
But I'm sure she would give you all a hug or a handshake or a pat or a resigned nod from across the room, depending on whether you're Boxxo, Toothy, or Vel'zekiss. And a hug for Boxxo. Sort of handshake and shoulder pat for Pietro, maybe Toothy as well, and then a sort of distant nod for Vel'zekiss. But she will give you the adventuring gear she had. And just for the sake of continuity, we'll pass over her spiritual blessing to our newest arrival come next session. You did say they were wearing a midnight blue cloak with the stars of the constellation.
Pretty.
And they were short.
Sure.
That is all the information you're getting. Short and depressed. But as we wave goodbye to both Jay and Rheawynne, who is going to vanish into the ether, I will say that the one thing I would like to clear up before we bring a new player in is Eileen. We should clear her up. So, if you guys were to go and find her in her hayloft, where she was hiding...
I think you should force the new player to play Eileen. You're going to be an alchemist anyway.
True, though she has no other useful abilities whatsoever, and she doesn't know much alchemy except that which was.
She's not a level 5 cleric or anything.
No, she's not. What she is a hoarder of things once that can be given onwards. I'm going to give almost all of this stuff directly to Pyrus, our new player, as it's like alchemy equipment and all of the alchemists like supplies, herbs, all that stuff. But she did promise you 16 experimental elixirs. So on D&D Beyond, I believe there are 4 of these, and she will give you 4 of each. No, I don't know why I'm giving you 4. I'm going to give you 5 of each, just so that it's easy. You can all have one. So basically, each one of you can add the 4 experimental elixirs. So there's speed, transformation, resilience, and boldness. So each one of you can add one of each of those. They were experimental in the process.
Say boldness?
Yes.
As in, like...
To be bold and courageous. It gives you a 1d4 to all attack rolls and saving throws for a minute. Resilience gives you +1 to armor class for 10 minutes. 1 gives you walking speed plus 10 feet for an hour. And 1 gives you alter self transformation for 10 minutes. Those are the 4. So she'll give you one of those each. One of each of those each. What a sentence. And then she will say to you, "My father is to be hung. I'm grateful. Whilst I may take his riches, I don't want to remain in this town. Place I grew up. I will ask if your offer still stands. Escort me to the next town over. To Nisai, I believe you called it."
As before, I have no qualms with this.
No, she wants to go to Shuma. Shuma, yay. Shuma, yay. And potentially, she may even continue on to Metella.
Nutella?
Metella. Look, you try naming 640 towns and villages.
Now, a town called Nutella could be really cool.
I think the only question is whether we need to immediately follow up this new clues about what was going on in Vazra by returning to Vazra.
I was
I'm
also
going
going
to
to ask
answer
her
as the DM
another
instead of
return
instead of in character. About returning to Vazra and Bodlin, you can do that now, but it is a lengthy quest. It's not going to be something you just find by going back. You do know that he has ties to the Academy of Shar as well, because that's where he was selling the stuff off, or apparently to apprentices who can't afford to use it normally.
Is Rhea going back to Vazra right now? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So Rhea could at least carry this information to D'Souza and to Ashleen and potentially let them come and collect some of the stuff that was ready to be shipped.
Yeah,
So at
just
least
to
a
like,
minor disclosure.
if it's obvious that some event that these, outfits are made for or something is happening 2 days from now or whatever, that they know about it,
I will say that outfit is clearly for somebody who's trying to masquerade as a noble at any given party, not a specific party. And besides, Vel'zekiss has that. Yeah. But yeah, just a DM answer, you were headed west. I don't want to take you back to that same place you've spent all the campaign so far, just for the sake of you getting there and realizing you can't finish the quest. That being said, telling D'Souza and Ashleen where their stolen goods are and retrieving some of them for them will give you both of the rewards. The first reward is 100 XP. And the second reward is a 20% discount in their stores.
Oh.
Which will come in useful later on. You don't get a... What's the opposite of a discount? Increase?
An overcharge? I don't know.
Yeah, I like that.
Upcharge?
You don't get any benefit to selling items to them.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Premium.
Yes,
Yeah,
you don't get.
premium.
That's the
Yeah,
word I was looking
premium.
for. Premium, yes. I just could not find it in my head.
So how much
and-
XP did we get?
Altogether, we should have 8,360.
Number sounds
Yep.
disgustingly high. You're still like a good 5k away, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Double checking. Cool. But yeah, I mean, I think you may now take that home in Maz2 instead of the mayor's house.
Yeah.
She will leave it all behind. She will take all her belongings out of it, and she will encourage you to erase any thought of her father from there, and perhaps she will return and visit another time. But certainly, quite happy, I think. And you will get the XP for her quest when you deliver her to the next town.
Cool.
The reward for deleting her father was the experiment X's and the other alchemical equipment, which, as I said, I will give directly to Pietro. None of you want to count herbs. Is there anything you guys want to do apart from long rest, which you may do? You can click the long button. The long button. You may click the long rest button now, just so that you've done it, even if you're not going to do it for another 3 hours. But is there anything specific you guys would want to do in Maz2 post this moment? You're going to have to wait for your shoes to get made.
I was gonna ask, how long will it take us to rid ourselves of this disease? Since Pietro was hit fucking
Right, yeah.
more than twice, 3 times actually.
Pretending that question never happened, is there anything else you guys want to do in Maz2? Because I'm waiting for this answer to then tell you the answer to that.
Not particularly. I mean, there isn't anything.
I want to ask my sister what she's
Again,
gonna do.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
sister, Rheawynne, is looking to stay in Maz2 for at least a couple of weeks to help them rebuild. She's not sure about staying in any town. She wants to be a bit nomadic and travel. But having spoken to Rhea a little bit, and to a couple of others, she's thinking of potentially speaking to either the temples in Mazrea or some of the other guilds there. She's particularly interested in a guild called the Collective. Collect artifacts from all over the world. There are collective couriers who collect items from people who sell them to them and then take them back to Museum Collective back in Gallania, or into the outposts around the world. And she's thinking of maybe traveling alongside one of them as a bit of a guide, a bit of a shaman, auguring the certain journeys for them, aiding them in their travels, maybe even learning a bit about the artifacts. So she's thinking of joining up with a collective member if she can. But the big plan really is to wait a couple of weeks and then she's going to travel to Mazrea to seek that opportunity. Even though she didn't like Mazrea as a city, she knows that opportunities spring from there. She's willing to spend a day or two there if she has to. She will also sort of state that she now understands your wisdom in going straight to the city first. As a lot of... They'll note that these people are weird and that they will have a small village mindset when they're in a small village and a big city... Big world mindset when they're in a big city is odd. They should not limit their dreams based on the size of their village.
Yeah, these people are weird, aren't they?
I like them.
Yeah, I like them too.
She is a little frightened about meeting up with Bodlin again. I'm not sure how to help her either. Thanks for that, digital woman. She is not entirely sure what she will do if she encounters Bodlin again. She has heard of spells and also items that can protect the mind. She may seek some of those items elsewhere.
When was she supposed to meet up with Bodlin again?
She's never told. She was just told that Bodlin asked her to keep the mare down here for 5 days and then bring the mare back up to the...
Okay.
She doesn't know if Bodlin ever planned to return at all. For the town's part, they will place some sort of sensors. They have a couple of mages, so maybe an alarm spell, a couple of other things on the hideout he has below the ground, so that if he does reappear, they'll note. When you go to take a long rest, you realize that this disease is long in the mending. And in fact, you will have to spend 4 days sequestered in Maz2, resting up to try and recover. I have already skipped the time. During this time, however, we are going to do a little bit of roleplay with a certain priest, getting to know them and talking about their dreams and desires. That being said, they're not here right now, so you'll have to wait for next week. So I think it will be a good opportunity while sequestering to get to meet Paris' new character next week, and then travel from there. Eileen will not mind a 3 or 4 day wait. You guys can decide if you're going to stop at the supposed pirate treasure cove on the way to Shamar.
Oh, yeah.
And the only thing I was going to ask too is like asking around people if they think that based on the numbers from the attack that the goblin situation is dealt with, because that was a separate mission listing.
They
too.
sent a guy to Mazrea to say that they'd been attacked. You would hope that Mazrea would dispatch a fairly large city guard to try and solve the problem. Certainly, it's something that 4 or 5 adventurers should not attempt to deal with alone.
Okay. So it's not. It's actually that it's so big that it's not for us to handle. That's fine.
Technically, you did handle it already. In terms of that quest, let me go and have a look. We have a quest separate.
Well, it's listed as
extensive godlim travels south of Maz2. So you have investigated those, and you can mark that quest as complete, so to speak. Though there is more to discover. So don't necessarily completely write that thought off, but yeah. Oh.
Pyrus said that he wants to change his character's name to Eileen now.
No. And on that note, we will come to the timeless tradition of MEPs. New year, new me. I will go first. When the legendary resistance was used, Jack said, "Did he have ghosts?" Joe said, "He stole my teleportation. Poison was fine, for that is the realm of morons." Which I quite enjoyed. And also on the same note as Joe, the same note with Joe turning around to the air elemental and said, "I wasn't planning on you showing up anyway, so I'll deal with this myself." To his own air elemental that he summoned with wild magic. It was like, dude, I got summoned out of nowhere and all you've done is hurl abuse at me and make me punch things. And now I'm carrying your shit. Like, what a shitty fucking poor air elemental. I loved it. Cool. Let's go to Rico.
I thought that like when Rheawynne was basically packing her stuff, and then Vel'zekiss was just like, "Are you making pouches to hand out to the townsfolk?" It was just like the perfect culmination of their relationship ending. You know what I mean? It was just like so hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, like you got it, like doing all that damage and then role playing like fantastically on top of it. Joe, that whole session was amazing. Like that, you know, the whole combat encounter. You never fail to like put in like all those little quips that you do throughout throughout combat, continuously. But I like, and then I like that Rico also role played getting sick. And like being like, like I love that. Like I struggled to roleplay while maintaining like during combat. So like I love it when people are able to do that.
Yeah. It's quite difficult to roleplay when paralyzed, to be fair. Josh.
I was also going to give it to Joe's description of the final kill. It was very, very cool.
The lightning, not even cool kids don't look at explosions.
And then, exactly. It was very that, like, you just stand there as his, like, head explodes behind you.
And Joe?
Well, I did as a minor little thing. I for some reason, I enjoyed the gargoyle stoppers that they're bored. It's like, I know there's some item that you got from somewhere probably, but it was funny.
Yeah.
But
as a whole, the book is just full of incredible things.
I was gonna say, Jack, you might think that you struggle to roleplay during this stuff, but your combat actions are clearly like built to your character, right? So like, I can decide what to do based on you clearly want to go out. Like at the beginning, you're like, should I draw these opportunity attacks to just go straight at the big bad? You know what I mean? So like the fact that you're making decisions that are clearly like, this is what my character wants to do, helps me make a decision of like, oh, I should probably try to get rid of anything stopping him from doing that, for example. So yeah, I appreciate it.
I do agree with that. But yeah, overall, fantastic session, guys. But that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
we shall see you soon.